Hello, this is Encounters with Life. I'm Sean Abigail, your host. There is one important lesson that Canada can learn from Pete Hegseth, who is currently the American Secretary of Defense. Before you get upset about this, hear me out. Am I saying that Pete Hegseth is a deeply good man? No, I have no idea whether he's a good man or not. Do I believe that he has done some things in the past which are questionable? Absolutely. I know, for instance, he's on his third marriage. Is that a good thing? No. I also know that he had a religious transformation. Perhaps he became a Christian after his third marriage. That has a way of changing people significantly at the core of their being. So maybe he has changed completely. I don't know. Well, what about this charge of Christian nationalism, that he has a white supremacist symbol tattooed on him? Well, he does have a Jerusalem cross tattoo. The Jerusalem cross has been a Christian symbol for the last 1,000 years. And apparently it has been appropriated by the Christian nationalists. Now, I don't actually know very much about the Christian nationalists. I am a Christian. I am a devout Christian, but I don't know anything about the Christian nationalists. Are they some weird fringe group? Perhaps. Or is this just an expression that the media is using to make fun of evangelicals? I don't really know. So what does it mean that he has this symbol? Could mean everything, could mean nothing. Will Pete Hegseth be a great Secretary of Defense? Again, I don't know. Does he have the skill set, for instance, to be the administrative leader of 3 million uniformed and civilian employees with a budget of $1 trillion? I don't know if he has that skill set or not. I don't know, honestly. But there is something that Canada can learn from him, and that is that his mission, as he has identified it, as Trump has identified it to him, is to increase the lethality of the American military. And that's something that Canada needs to hear about, because it seems to me that Canadians are embarrassed that our soldiers carry guns. We are embarrassed that we have a military. We are embarrassed that we might even consider needing a military. But let me make it clear. As a Canadian, I think that negotiation is the way to go. I believe that we should have diplomacy. I believe we should talk about things. If necessary, we should have sanctions. But I also believe that when Canada's essential interests are at stake, or even our freedoms as a free and independent nation, when they are at stake, we need to have a force of last resort. We need to have a military which is efficient, strong, capable, competent, well-trained, lavishly equipped, and prepared to support a long war if necessary. I don't like this. I wish the world was different than it is, but this is the way the world is, and this is the kind of military that Canada needs. And so I think that Canada's military leaders, whether in uniform or civilian, starting with the Minister of National Defense, really need to think about everything through the lens of force generation. Are we creating a military that has lethal force available to them as a last option? And that's something that Pete Hegseth seems to have a laser focus on, and that's something that Canada needs to do as well. As always, I welcome your opinions. I welcome your comments. I love your subscriptions. If you can subscribe to my channel, if you think it's got potential. Still at the early stages, still building the channel, just a few weeks out. Love to have every subscription. But let me know what you think. Am I off base? Do you think that Canada should be doing something differently? If you get a chance, also look at my first video, episode 1, which admittedly is kind of rough, but it does explain some of my views on where we need to go. Anyway, I'm Sean Abigail. That's Encounters with Life.